Hey there. Alright, so we are here at MSR Cresson, the 1.3 track, 1.3 mile track. This was the third session of the day, the second one after round robin. Here's instructor Mike, who's going to be following me. I'm supposed to go for 2 laps. He'd follow me, and then we would pit in so I could get his feedback. So get a little bit of traffic here. In this case, instructors check if we are doing the follow the leader bad thing, meaning is the rider following the other riders even when they are riding a bad line or riding out of the track. He said I mostly kept the proper line, so that's good. Here's my struggle with that seam. I started crossing over and then back. Seems to work okay. The general recommendation is not to ride parallel to it or linger on it too long. Crossing it is generally okay. We also should not apply heavy brakes when you're on the seam. There was one rider that came down because of that. This is like the straightway here, which is not that long. So right here, notice I should have actually ridden on the curb. That's the better line there. Same thing here. Later on the day I started doing that line. And then here, this turn, which gave me grief all day. Notice that I'm going way too deep, and Mike said, don't do that, because when you do, you have to add lean angle to come back. And then another problem is that there's no runoff there, so we don't want to go too deep into it. Body position is getting a lot better on the right-handers for sure. On the left-handers, still working on it, but not too bad. So remember, I was supposed to go for 2 laps and pit in, right? Well, I lost track of it. Oops. Yeah, I lost track, just kept on going and didn't pit in until, the end of this lap now. So anyways, let's follow me. Notice that in this track, we stay on the left of the seat pretty much most of the track. Now notice here, I thought this was the second lap, so I'm gonna pit in, right? So here I come, slowing down and thinking that the instructor is coming right behind me. Stop. Look behind. Where is he? Well, maybe he's coming. No? No? Dang it. Was I going that fast? Definitely not, moron. So let's just keep on going. Something happened. Just keep going, man. Alright, so I go back, run another 2 laps, I think, 2 or 3 laps. And then eventually Mike was waiting for me at a later point in this session and he follows me again for another 2 laps or so. So just stay with me for a little longer here. Yeah, so as I was saying, this track we stay almost the entire lap on the left side of the seat. So I spent quite a bit of time just practicing that. You know, sometimes I was on a little bit of a straight, but there was a left-hander coming up, so I just stay on the left side of the bike. So practicing that, because the body just wants to go to the, you know, the center of the seat immediately, and there's really no need. So like right here, I'm on the right. Once I'm done here, right, I move to the left. I stay there, right? There's a little bit of a straight here, but I'm still on the left because there's another left-hander. So I took the time to practice this, since this is not like a blazing fast track. I just kept practicing this, you know, where am I on the bike, based on, you know, where am I going. Yep, another lap. Then, I mean, compared to previous track days, I'm at least moving my butt more off the seat. I can see that I still have to lower my upper body more. I did do another track day after this one. You're gonna see videos soon, but it's getting better. With this camera, it's good also to notice the bumps, how it shakes. Check this out. See, as I cross over the seam. Yeah, go kiss that mirror, man. The invisible mirror. So right here, we're going by the pit zone. So here's Mike. He's gonna follow me for another 2 laps. So check this out. Notice that there is a rider between us. As I mentioned in another video, in a situation like this, the instructor will never put the other rider at risk, right? Like showing him, you know, a front wheel and getting the person unstable on the bike. That's not the idea. So instructors will always find, you know, the most safe or the safest place to make the pass. It's also right now here a good thing to just see Mike trying to catch up with me, so he's going a little faster than normal here in level 1. So you can see his line and, you know, how he goes about it. Notice that here he stays on the inside of that seam, right? So he takes a slightly different line there, which is interesting. Same thing here. And there you go, he's already pretty much caught up with me. So afterwards, Mike gave me feedback when we went back to the classroom. He did say that I did pretty well for not having been on this track before. That was pretty good. I said that you know, my body position is improving, so that's good. He did tell me to stay closer to the apexes, so not to mess up with the corner exit. Now look, this was horrid. You see how deep I went there? Later on during the day I improved on that turn. Still cannot tell you that I've nailed it, but it did improve. So Mike said that here he was thinking about showing me the front wheel, so you know, in order to prepare me for level 2, because that happens a lot in that level. He did say that he does that in level 1 for the riders that he considers the quicker, the quicker ones in the group. So yay, I was considered one of the quicker riders that day. That's kind of cool.